What's up, all you wonderful guys, gals, and ghouls? CJ here. Welcome back to my channel. And yes, it is sketch talk time. Volume 4. Kind of snuck up on you. Hell, it kind of snuck up on me. I just okay, I'm gonna do this. But anywho, this is the time where I just blather on and hopefully you guys get to know me better. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Alrighty, so these are the supplies that I'll be using. Strathmore Mixed Media Vellum Surface Paper, Prismacolor Kohl Erase Pencil for the sketch, needed eraser, a Faber-Castell pen, a Pentel Hybrid Technica, I think he's dying on me, and a Pentel Sicily, I think I said that right. It's so tiny and cute. Assorted Copic, Ohuhu, and big markers. A splash of Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. And finish it off with a nice old jelly roll. So this is the picture I decided to do. You may not have seen this picture floating around on the internets. I believe I either Googled this or I found it on Pinterest. It's basically an African American dude who, in my opinion, looks super hot, sitting in like a field of like tall grass, and he has like this assortment of like, I don't know, like sunflower barrettes in his hair. And I love sunflowers, and when I saw this I'm like, oh my god, it's so cute. And while I was like brainstorming of like things to draw for this sketch time talk video, and then I saw the reference I had saved, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this guy, because this guy, he's the guy. He's a cute guy. So yeah. And also wanted to do it because he had like like a little scruffy beard, facial hair. And I told myself, I was like, you know what, girl, you haven't drawn any dudes with like facial hair in a long time. Love you, long time. I haven't done it in a long time. So that sounds kind of dirty. But anyway, yeah, I decided to give myself a little challenge. Well, the whole picture was challenging. I feel every art piece is challenging for me. I don't know about anyone else, but for me, every art piece is a challenge. But yeah, I decided to do this, and I don't know, y'all, like lately my marker game has been on point. Didn't say it was perfect. I'm just saying your girl has leveled up in her marker coloring. She's finding out which markers work for her, which ones don't, which paper does her art style with markers work best. Why am I talking to myself about myself in the third person? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. This whole picture, it was, like I said, it was challenging, but it was definitely worth it because I think the ending or the end product looks super nice, and I'm just proud of myself because, yeah, I don't think I'm very good at markers. Like, I think I'm pretty good with watercolors. Markers, I kind of struggle with, or I feel like I struggle with markers more than watercolors. But lately, I've been doing the damn thing, okay? I've been holding it down with these markers. But yeah, it's a little bit about the picture anyway. But yeah, I thought the guy was super hot, and I was like, I have just met you and I already love you. I know, I'm such a weirdo. So if I haven't posted it anywhere. I pretty much started a new position at a new school. Yeah, I don't work at my old school anymore. Things were just getting way too crazy out there. Too much drama. And so now I have a new position at a new school, and it is 10 times, 1,000 times better there. Like, the atmosphere here compared to the other school was just crazy. But yeah, new position. If you don't know, I work with EBD children. They have emotional and behavioral difficulties. That means they will most of the time at random just jump up and run out of the room, cursing, screaming, and throwing chairs, and you have to deal with all that. And to be honest, me personally, I worked at my last school for 2.5 years, and I was cursed at, and I think one of the kids pulled on my arm one time, but nothing serious. I wasn't hospitalized or anything. I cried one time. One kid, he was so upset, he walked into the middle of this busy street. Like I tell y'all, some of these kids have issues. They have issues. He walked into the middle of a busy street next to the school, and he basically almost killed himself. And they were well, we gotta get him, and the police literally had to come and just subdue him. And I was crying, and I was oh my god, this kid, and stuff like that. I think that's the only time I cried. And yeah. But as far as the kids themselves, and other than that one incident, I was okay. It wasn't really the kids. I expected them to do their thing. Okay, I expected them to do their thing, but it was the adults. It's always the fucking adults. I know I talked about it in my last sketch time video. I moved out with a roommate who was actually the librarian at the last school, and that just was hell in a handbasket. It didn't even last a full month. It was So I got away from her. I got away from the drama. I got away from all of that. So basically, I'm now at a regular gen ed school, general education, as opposed to my last job site. The whole school was classified as EBD. This school is general education, and I work with an EBD unit. So it's the kids that have worked their way out, basically out of schools my last job, and they're now transitioning to go in a gen ed classroom or setting. And as far as the kids, so far so good. We have a couple of meltdowns and stuff already. I expect that. That's what they do. Okay, I'm yeah, honeymoon period's over. They're gonna start doing their things because they got comfortable now. Whatever. I'm okay with the kids, but what is it again? The adults. Always the adults. Always the adults. Now, mind you, the atmosphere at my new job site, as far as all the adults, it's not everyone. Everyone so far that I've met has been pretty nice. But y'all, I don't know what the hell happened. It was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. As soon as the second week started, it was the principals, basically my bosses. And I don't know, it was they just snapped overnight. I don't know what the heck happened. Like I said, it was at the time, it was literally 1.5 weeks into the school year, and they started just doing weird, just, I don't know, demeaning shit. Like, I would come back from my break and like one of the principals would be standing there like waiting on me, and I'm like, hello, can I help you? And they were like, oh, I noticed your schedule said you were supposed to be back at like XYZ, but you came back like 2 minutes later. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, oh, you need to be there on time. I'm like, okay, I get it, you know, you have to be on time, but I'm like, 2 minutes, it's not a big fucking deal. I mean, you need to fucking chill out. Just basically micromanaging me and my mom. Oh, by the way, my mom works at this school as well. So we're not in the same classroom. She works with some other kids, and I work in my unit, and we don't even see each other until like basically the end of the day. So yeah. So yeah, as time goes on, you know, just weird little stuff like that. I mean, I say it's little, but it really pisses me off. I'm like, I'm not a kid. You hired me for this job. Stop micromanaging me. Like, I don't need anyone to tell me like what time I came back from break or whether I was like 2 minutes late or not. I don't fucking care. It's not a big deal. You know, chill your tits, okay? And they were doing this to my mom as well. And she came in one day, one of the in my class, and the kids weren't there, and she like threw her purse down and she was crying, and I'm like, yo, it's really about to go down. Like, I was prepared to like just go off on all three of my bosses and just lose my job. And then my mom was like, oh my God, it's okay, I'm fine, just don't. And I was like, no, I will do it. I don't care. I will take that L. I will get another job somewhere, but this can't be happening. She's like, no, just don't. So I didn't do it, but I was really, really fucking close. Like, it was my mom, the other lady that I work with in the room, and one of the teachers. They were like, no, just don't do it. Don't do it. Oh man. So yeah, all that was going on. And then basically Saturday now. So basically last week, it like suddenly, well, it slowed down and then now it stopped. So I'm like, okay, well, what changed? Because, you know, other than me doing my job with the kids, nothing's really changed. And so come to find, this is how you know, like, people, like, at any job site, it's not just the school, so like any job site. And I'm quite sure some of you all that are listening have experienced this, or if you're young and you haven't gotten a job yet, be on the lookout for shit like this, and just, you know, just be prepared. People are really just, they're just shit. Like, they feel like, okay, if you interviewed and you got this job, like, they own you and you can't go anywhere else and you can't better yourself. No, fuck that. If I come here with my qualifications and I'm doing my job, that's fine. You know, there's no reason to have like an attitude with me, or, you know, feel like you, like, I owe you something. No, you hired me to do a job, I'm doing it. So basically what all that means is my mom tried to get a position at the district. Most counties with schools, they have districts. Whether you know it or not, I don't know. But she tried out for the district. She didn't get it that time, but you know, like any job, they call for references and stuff. So it wasn't said, but from what my mom told me from her end of things, like, they had an attitude with her because she tried to get a job at the district. Mind you now, nothing's wrong or anything. She was like, oh, I see a better paying position that I could potentially meet with the qualifications that I have. Let me try out for this position. No big fucking deal. It was just something she wanted to do. You know, she wasn't like in duress or oh, I hate this job, I'm going to get a new position or something like that. No, she was like, I'm going to try to better myself and try to get a better position. That's all. From what happened, and I think this is probably what it is. I don't know 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure, but it just feels that way. Like, they caught an attitude. Like, oh, you're leaving. We gave you this job. And we gave your daughter this job. You owe us. And da 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 da. Again, it wasn't said. It's just the way things were handled. Their actions and stuff like that. So, like I said, like a week and a half ago, it slowed down and now it suddenly stopped. Like the micromanaging, the standing and watching where I'm going and stuff like that. Oh, my mom asked for like an office space and they denied her. So she went and just sat in this empty classroom. And then when she tried to get the position again, they were like, oh, well, you can't use this classroom because the church is going to use it. Just random, I don't know, just basically doing shit out of spitefulness. Just, it was so transparent. You can see right through it. I already knew what the game was. So yeah, they've been fucking with my mom. They've been fucking with me. And I'm like, oh, okay. I see your game. Excuse me, I'm drinking something right now. But I was like, okay, I see it. And you're like fucking with my mom. Okay, so. And then, like I said, I think week and a half ago, it just stopped. And then in the middle of class, while I was working with some of the kids, they were having like a break. I get a text from my mom. And she was like, yo, your girl got the job. She got the position. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you, Mom, and stuff like that. And then it clicked in my head. I'm like, oh, that's why everything kind of like slowed down and stopped. Because basically, my mom worked at the school. And now that she's going to the district, it depends on the position she gets. She will basically be my boss's boss. So, in other words, it's like, you don't want to fuck with her now. She has this position. She's gonna come back to this school and like see if you're like running things the right way and stuff like that. You better kind of stop doing the spiteful shittiness that you're doing to me and her, because I'm quite sure you're gonna have hell to pay. And that's the tea sip for that one. But yeah, but it didn't even have to like go to that. It just didn't. Why do you feel the need to just be nasty because a person wants to better themselves and move on? There are like plenty of people lined up who want a position. When she leaves, hire another person. I don't get it. I really don't get it. It just still boggles my mind. So basically, yeah, new school, new day, same shit. So my mom is doing better. She was kind of like feeling bad and like cruddy the last couple of days, and then foolishness at the job certainly didn't help it. But now that she knows that she has this position, she hasn't started it yet. It's a process. You have to like wait a couple while. They have to like do stuff. But now that she knows she has the position, she's been doing better. So yeah, mama is doing good. My mom is doing good. My sister, Adana, that's her name. She lives in Georgia. She has 2 kids. And my niece, the youngest, Egypt, she just had her first birthday. And she had it at Dunkin' Donuts because apparently she likes powdered donuts. So my sister's like, okay, I'll just throw her like a donut party. And it was, from like the pictures that I saw, it was like pretty cool, pretty cute, and she looked like she had a lot of fun. My nephew Levi, he is 4, I believe. He just started pre-K, and regular stuff that happens at school with a 4-year-old. He had to go sit in timeout, or sit on the block, and my sister said he came home, he just like put his head in his hand. He's like, oh my gosh, I had to go to the timeout corner. And he was like so dramatic. And apparently when all this is happening, she's trying to keep like a stone straight face, like, yeah, Levi, you have to do the right thing, and these things are gonna happen if you don't listen. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to the timeout corner, but thank you for being honest with me. And he goes off to his room, he's fine. And she said she was like dying in the pillow. She was like, his face, he just looked so serious for a 4-year-old. It was just funny to her. And I know how he is, so I'm like giggling on the phone when she's telling me this. And I'm just happy. I'm just happy that things are going well. He started school. Egypt's 1. She's walking, and my sister Donna, they seem like they're doing well. Now my youngest sister Ayana, she is, well, you know what? Let me put it this way. You may know or see her as this. Yes, this is her cosplay Instagram account. I will link it below. She does pretty awesome cosplay. Of course, in my opinion, it's my sister, but yeah. But y'all, this is how I see her, or how I used to see her when she was younger. I grew up with her, obviously. Now I know her as this. It's her with her boyfriend graduating from high school. And now I have the distinguished honor of knowing her as this college woman. Yeah, I mean, she's still a freaking nerd. A nerd is a nerd, but out of all the nerds that I've known, I love this nerd the most. Big sister loves you. But yeah, she's gonna freaking kill me when she sees this. So yeah, Ayana, my youngest sister, she's in college now. I'm super excited and super happy and proud of her. And I just hope she keeps, moving on from there, and things just keep going or getting better and better for her. She's living her life. And it also just reminds me of how freaking old I am. I mean, what a transformation. I mean, she was just a little baby, my little turtly little sister that I used to hold. And now she's like off to college, and she's like, man, and I'm like, oh, but yeah, that's her. And I'm old, yeah. Speaking of getting old, you know what else is old? My YouTube channel. Well, it's not that old. It's like, what, 2-3 years old, I believe. Yeah, I think I started this back in 2016, I believe. But yeah, I'm old. This channel is getting older, but it's not that old yet. But I'm pretty happy the way things are going now. By the way, thank you for 69 subs. As of the last time I checked, I have 69 subs on this channel. I have 4 or 5 Instagram followers. I have a DeviantArt account, but thank you if you do follow me there as well. I have like 40 followers on DeviantArt, but I don't really, like, I guess you can say, communicate that much on DeviantArt. Here and there, I only post my pictures and links to my YouTube channel when I think it's, necessary or appropriate. But my normal haunts now are YouTube, Instagram, and I have a Discord as well, or I'm on Discord. I will have my username and number and stuff in the description if you want to just friend me on Discord. I don't mind. But yeah, I have those now, and I'm pretty much happy the way my channel is going. Like it's going pretty well. It's growing. I'm happy about that, and I'm proud of myself of the content of what I used to put out from the beginning to now. Like, obviously it's me talking about myself. I think I put out pretty decent content. I mean, obviously it's not the best content in the world, but compared to what I've started with until now, I think I've grown exponentially. So as far as like video quality and maybe some editing here and there, like, it's gotten better from when I started, and pretty proud of myself of that. So hooray for me. Yeah, as far as me working on my art skills and stuff, I'm always learning and trying new things and practicing and stuff. I know I don't, or I guess to me it doesn't seem like I post a lot, but I'm always like drawing and doodling and painting stuff. I just don't see the need to post every single thing. Like, I think I post a lot, but I know I don't post everything, which in my opinion, I think it's fine. You don't have to see every little thing that I do. But y'all, oh, by the way, as far as like the YouTubes and the internets, did y'all see that shit go down with, what's that dude's, like, I know it's like not his real name, Onision or whatever, and it's basically him, like, I guess just like trash talking like black people and like their hair, and like to him, because he's the authority on like all things hair, not just black hair, all things hair, that black people don't wash their hair as often, it looks nasty to him and it stinks and all that kind of stuff. And like, you know, my sister brought it to my attention, and I watched the video. Only watched it once because it was just trash, and I didn't even finish it all the way through. I'm like, what's the point? He's just like, you know, just being a racist asshole. And it occurred to me when I kind of scrolled down and read some of the comments, and there were actually like video replies to him too, like, oh yeah, I washed my hair like every day like Onision suggested and stuff. And then, you know, they were like, see, black people's hair isn't the same as, like, I guess you could say white people or Asian people's hair. And I'm like, you know, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, how I feel about the situation. It's like, Onision knows that there are like different hair types. Like, there's no way. It's 2018. You can Google this shit. And to be honest, to a certain extent, no one can wash their hair daily, like that, like every day, because it strips your hair of like the natural oils and stuff. Like, it'll just make it, after it dries from just washing it water constantly, it would just be dry and scrangly. This is anyone's hair. And plus you will get sick and stuff like that. I'm like, but again, this is 2018. I don't believe for 1 second that he didn't know that. There's no doubt in my mind. I could be wrong. There's always room for maybe he just really didn't know. You know, either he was profoundly ignorant and just didn't know, or he's just a racist asshole. Either way, I'm done with him. Well, I've always been done with him. I mean, basically, in my opinion, he was just doing that to get clicks and subs and just a YouTube count. I mean, and even my sister said he might not necessarily be racist. He just did it just to get attention and, YouTube revenue and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, this is a bunch of, hypocritical shit. As far as like on YouTube's part, his shit should be banned. They're like banning other people and shit for hate speech. This, in my opinion, is considered hate speech. So why is this video still up? But I don't run YouTube, and again, I don't believe Onision didn't know that you can't like black people's hair, like you can't wash it daily like that. I don't believe him for 1 second. He knows that he's just cashing in and, just utter trash. So yeah, that's my little spiel on that. And can I also say this as well? It kind of ties into this whole craziness with Onision and stuff, and it has to do with the natural hair community or movement or whatever you want to call it. I personally have seen this, and I know that other people have seen it. It's not just me. It's so blatant. In the natural hair community, like a certain type of, I guess you could say, black girl, African American girl, or whatever girl is like celebrated, and this girl is usually in general, it's not a specific person, it's just in general, they have light skin and their hair is like, the bouncy, wavy, curly hair, whatever. And you rarely see like girls with like my hair. If you've ever seen pictures of me, my hair is like the type of hair that is like the really tight curls. I guess it's called 4C hair. I don't know too much about hair and stuff, and hence why I'm not a part of any like community or movement or whatever. I'm just not a part of it, and it's just like too much trouble to remember terms and stuff. I mean, I guess I could look it up, but to me personally, it's not that important. But when I do look and I see this, and I'm like, I know everyone can see this, and it doesn't do anyone any favors. Like the girls with the, I guess you could say, the nice or the good hair, they're always like kind of put on a pedestal or something, and then that causes them to get like animosity from other women who don't have hair like that, the 4C type hair that I have. Like, I don't have any animosity towards anyone of whatever hair, but I'm just saying I notice it, and it's getting to a point where other people are noticing it as well. Like Onision, again, this is why I say I know he knows exactly, I mean, when I say he knows, it's like the information's out there. I know he can't know like on a deep personal level his hair is not like that, but it's so many videos and blogs and information out there in 2018 that you can know a little something. Like, and again, if people like Onision, who are not a part of the, I guess you could say, the natural hair community, can see how like a certain type of girl, like, again, like I said, light-skinned and bouncy, wavy hair is put on a pedestal, of what their looks are and what their hair type is. They're gonna use that as ammunition, like, oh yeah, see, like your own community thinks like your hair is nasty and ugly and stuff like that. And again, this is kind of the reason why I made this picture as well. Just make a guy. To me, it didn't matter if it was a guy or girl. It's just the focus for me, in a personal sense, was the hair. It's like, we're 4C hair, 4 and ABC. I think that's what the grades of hair are most of the time like look down upon. Like now it's a little bit better, but when the natural hair movement, like, oh, I'm not going to use chemicals in my hair anymore movement started, which you kind of still are using chemicals, but you're not like relaxing it. I think people should like specify that more, because it's like, you're still using chemicals. Yeah, I still use chemicals in my hair, but it doesn't lay my hair flat. It helps, it keeps its like afroishness, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, people like Onision will use this and like, oh yeah, your hair looks nasty and stuff like that, when they know good and well it's just a preference, or someone or people putting others over other people. And I just hope that it stops, because again, it's not doing anyone any favors. It's just making more mess. Another negative ism to add to the world. Got racism, then you got colorism, and then you got hairism. Well, it's like hair texture, but I think you get what I mean. But yeah, it's just all very tiring and stupid, and I really wish like people would just stop. It's time to stop. To me, good hair is healthy hair. And the only time when it's not good hair is when it's unhealthy. I mean, it shouldn't be considered bad hair, quote unquote bad hair, if it's like a certain color or a certain length or a certain texture. Every hair is good hair as long as it's, it's healthy. Only time it's not is when it's unhealthy. Like it stings, it's flaking, it's falling off and stuff like that. And I mean, it just, like when you walk by and you smell it, it like strips the paint off of a steel locker. I mean, it's bad. I know that's extreme, but I'm just, laying out an example. And it can also be indicative of other health issues. Like you could have like some kind of sickness, you could have cancer, your hair is falling out, it's bad and it's stringy and something like that. But I mean, minus those, like, I guess you can say examples, everyone can have good hair, no matter what race or color or whatever you are. Everyone can have good hair. I can't believe we're even talking about this in like nowadays, like 2018. It is just ridiculous. But yeah, not just with, like, I guess you could say the natural hair community group. You can find this in almost any group, like beauty vloggers or health vloggers, vegan vloggers, Christian vlogger, whatever, a certain type of whatever it is always put on a pedestal, and everyone else just kind of gets shoved to the back. And I feel a lot of this foolishness would like stop, because I feel personally, I feel it, but I see it, and it's like the proof is in the pudding. The people are only doing these things just to get, views and likes, and, it's trending, and, oh, I'm going to be a vegan because it's like the in thing now, or I'm going to be, natural haired because it's trending now. And my thing is, you should do it because you want to do it for yourself. Like, I plan on for myself is, yes, to take better care of myself. I want to lose weight. I know I reached one of my goals is to not gain any more weight, or at least not gain any more significant weight. But I know I haven't lost any either. So I need to like do better, like the stuff that I eat. Like, I know I don't go out and just like buy like fast food. Like, every other day. I will admit, like this past like 2 weeks, I've kind of been doing that, but things have been like money-wise tight, so I'm like, I gotta eat something, so let me just pick up this quick, not healthy food. So yeah, I will admit, like, yeah, last week and a half I've been doing that, but in general, I don't really eat out, and and when I do, I don't get like the fattiest of fat, like the big, I don't know, baconated burgers, like burger wrapped in bacon with chicken with gravy sauce. I don't know, it's crazy stuff like that. No, I usually don't do that. I usually just like chicken and fries, and that's about it. But yeah, try to be better with take general better care of myself, lose some weight, and just take care of me, because it's something I want to do, and it's something for me, and that it benefits me. It doesn't matter if XYZ person thinks I'm doing it wrong, or I'm doing it to get attention. No, I'm not. I'm not even worried about that. And I really wish people would just have, a mentality like that, because everything is like, oh, if it's on, I don't know, top trending of whatever social media you follow, Facebook, YouTube, or Yahoo News or whatever, like, you have to do it because it's like number 1 trending. It's like, no, just do it because it benefits you and keeps you healthy and living a good life. Just stop trying to live up to other people's expectations and just do it for you, okay? Do it for you. And yeah, I think that's enough of me ranting. Please, please, please enjoy the rest of this video. So, made it to the end of this video, did you? Yes, I commend you. I know this video is a bit rambly compared to my other videos, but I figured my sketch talk time videos allow me to just go off script and just say what I want to say, and hopefully it gives you a little bit more insight into who I am and things that I think about or things that are important to me. As scatterbrained as my thoughts are, I just wanted to be, a little bit more open to you guys, and hopefully you just know a little bit more about me, or at least make you laugh. I don't know, but yeah, so you wonderful guys, gals, and ghouls, I'll see you on the next video, and that's it. Bye, 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 bye.